Hello everyone, this is Crossfire Kitty, and this is the next episode of A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead. We are on episode 3, which is the forest. As a recap, I am redoing these because the quality of the original ones was just in the dump. Really bad. And now I'm thinking it's a lot better. I looked at my recordings for the last video, and the pixelated issues I was having seems to be all gone. And for that, I am much relieved. So let us begin this chapter and see this very short cutscene as we enter the forest. And that's the hospital we just escaped from. As another aside, I will be getting all the trophies, or at least do my best to do so. This is on easy mode. I will get the hard mode and medium mode once I finish with this playthrough. Or these videos, I should say. So I'm going to grab these notes. I'm not going to worry about reading them, but they are about squirrels. I might do a little paraphrasing once in a while. And I have put a filter on it so you can see the screen a little better. Sometimes it was way dark in my original videos as well. Just learning how to use the OBS and what filters and things to put on has really made a difference. And I originally had the bit rate at 2500, which I think was not very good. I have changed it to 9000, and that has definitely made a big difference. Oops. So over here is the thing about bees. There's 2 of them. And then we'll go down further. I keep looking at my other screen just to make sure the lighting's okay, because sometimes it can be a little washed out whenever you're in the woods, but the flashlight doesn't really do much good here. There is some batteries over there. If you go down that hill, you'll see another spot. There's like batteries and an inhaler, I think. But we already have 7, or we have 6. Well, that's fine. We have enough. So I'm just going to go ahead. Thought I had 7, but I must have miscounted. No, actually, I think 6 does make sense. So up here is going to be a shuttle by this tree. A bronze one. And then the last billboard notice. And those are about the owl. Both of them mention the owl. Try not to have that on all the time because it is a bit obstructive. Now up here we're having a little cutscene with Laura and Mark. Laura was her boyfriend's mom, and Mark is her second in command, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how he's related, but he was helping her out around the hospital, being a leader and such. I mean, they look like they're being very quiet there, but apparently it does not hold up, as we'll see him shortly. And what befalls poor Mark. Yeah, the flashlight doesn't really do much here. I wish it was a little brighter, because it's almost like you don't have it on. But down here was also another place where it really pixelated with a lot of this red. I mean, it's still fairly bright red, and I tried to tone it down with the filters, but at least you can tell what's going on now. You can actually tell there's grass and not a big blobby mess. Yeah, that just makes me very happy to know I was generally able to fix that problem. There's some smoke here, but I'm just going to go through and not worry about it. I'll take this out just to make sure we're not going too loud, but we're only going to be in this smoke for a moment, so. You can take an inhaler to kind of protect yourself, though. And there's another one here. And some medicine. And a note talking about the inhalers. I'm going to go ahead and open this door because we're going to be going through here. with the board. And then over the wall. Good thing she's in shape. And I'm going to grab the note here, which is about the boards, I believe. Yeah, using planks to cross the gaps. So that's kind of an informational one. Plus the keys. And then we'll just go out here and use the key on the gate. And I actually do need to use the inhalers a little more because there's a trophy for using 30 of them. So I'm going to try to use them more often if I can, just for the trophy. I mean, I've gone through the whole game and not used hardly any trophies, but if we want to get, I'm not using the inhalers, but yeah, I want to get the trophy within the playthrough, not after, if I can help it. So we're going to open the door and get the board in here. I'm just worried that I'll miss some collectible on the way. Okay, I think we're good because there's another one coming up and there should be 9 by the end of this area before we get to the house. And not forget that cassette tape in there. So in here is a cassette tape. Wait a moment. So you don't necessarily need your machine because you will hear those sound effects from the creature. Plus I have the indicator when he's showing up on screen by the head. You can turn that off however you like. I just like to have all the indicators I can because I'm a plus. But there's some medicine. And we'll grab that. Walking very slowly. And don't step on the rice cans. Going a little faster, you can kind of hear the crunchiness of the grass under us. So watch out for that, especially these rocks. Okay, careful. Usually when that happens, I can just kind of make sure. I'm gonna get this medicine up here. Plus you can see the little foot in the right hand corner saying if you're going loud or not. So they give you all kinds of indicators of your speed. I'd like to do that so I can go across the sand. I see. So when you're doing it slowly, it actually shows your slow movement and then it disappears. Okay, get that. And that. And we have 7, so we're good. Over here, we're going to get a shuttle. Unless we get killed. Shuttle. And there's a document up here. And the creature always appears up here as well. And a note from Corporal Shibata. I guess we're good. I just took the medicine. Of course we're good. It's very bright here, but at least it's not a blob. And up ahead is a timed event for a minute and 45 seconds, I think it is. Something like that. And I always go the same way exactly. Hopefully everything will work out. And I generally get the trophy here. You just have to get past this little area right here in that time. And this is also where you see Mark meet his ultimate end. I did not realize it was him the first time I watched this at all. There's Mark. I mean, it looks like him. I just didn't notice. And she even says, Mark is dead. Like, oh, I never read that. It's like the last time I was watching it to make sure I know what I was doing. It's like, oh, that's Mark. It's my mistake. How embarrassing. I mean, he was a jerk, but I'm sure he didn't deserve that. But I don't know why he didn't use his, weapon. Like, all the people have these weapons, and yet they don't ever seem to use them. But I guess it's not their fault, considering the weapons don't actually work until the very end of the game for some reason. Other than to mildly annoy the creature. Over here is a shuttle. On this rock. So I usually go this way every time I'm trying to get this trophy. Try to practice to get it on my fake site accounts just to make sure I know what I'm doing. That's a good thing that PlayStation does let you do, at least so far. I mean, it doesn't connect to anything, so it's not a real account per se, but it works the same, so that's good enough for me and for my purposes of recording. When we drop down here, we should get the trophy. There it is. Excuse me. My throat always gets very dry when I'm recording. I really need to have something to drink with me. Either that or to restart the whole video just for that one cough. Which I prefer not to do. So up ahead, we're gonna get another document on the porch. It's easy to forget about, so... And I don't know, this house feels like it's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we're in the middle of the woods. I just don't understand how many of these creatures there must be to constantly be right on everyone's butt. As they're always wherever humans are. Even when they're in the middle of the freaking woods. You know, I think I do see some more fences over there too, maybe. But here's a note. We should have 10. Yes, we do. And then once we go in here and go upstairs, we're going to get a couple more notes. And we'll be in the very nice safe room because, well, that's where this is. There's no because. It just is. I wish I could take the drill with me. That might be handy.
Jesus. All those people. Mark. Dad. Oh God.
Her face shows no expression at all. I mean, I know she's having those thoughts in her mind, but she's just like staring blankly at the mirror. But that's okay. What we're here for is some supplies. Light the candles. I always like lighting the candles in the safe room. Something nice. Magical candles that will probably never go out. Okay. So up the stairs will be 2 documents to the left. I think, yeah, 2. And a barrel. I never noticed that before. Well, I don't look at all the stuff. I just kind of go through, but like I didn't even notice that for a while. I noticed it last time I was practicing. So here's a poem and a diary. And it's talking about a little girl named Chloe and a little girl named Jill. So it's very interesting if you want to read that. And we're full up on things. They have lots of pictures. I never look at these pictures either. Yeah, I never really looked at these. I look at other pictures. I just didn't really look at these. They could all be repeats as far as I know. And this is the girl Chloe Jill's room. Cassette tape. Ignore my voice, it sucks. And a journal from Jill. And if you look in there, you can see that it goes through to the outside. There's no doors on the inside wall there as far as I can see. And yet there's a door over here. That would be over here. Let me check. Just trying not to make noise. I don't see a door there. Unless it's behind that, but I think it's farther out. And the thing is, whenever you go out the window, Laura comes out of that door. Which is kind of weird because that means she's been hanging out in what is probably the closet. I mean, there's not a lot of room there, so I don't know why she's in the closet. Maybe she was hiding from me specifically, but then why come out? Maybe she thought I was a stranger. I don't know. So what we're going to do is first get a trophy for hitting animals with bottles. Fake animals, of course. Oh yeah, she's in there. It looks like it would be a closet because it didn't even go all the way to the end of the room there. You can see the wall right there. And she has the bright idea of approaching me with a gun in her hand, even though it's pointed upward. So this is where we learn how to throw bricks. But unfortunately, you don't want bricks, you want bottles for the trophy. Alright, I'm gonna throw that over there. Grab this. Fine. I'm gonna throw it on this weird... I have no idea what this creature is supposed to be, but I'm gonna put it there. Say it's a weird creature, whatever it is. And, try not to get... I usually do this because he's over there and I can open this. Oh, there's a brick over it, or bottle over here. You have to do it with a bottle. A brick doesn't count. Yeah, sometimes he'll break that, which I guess he's gonna do now. He likes to break that for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. And be careful or mindful of the creature behind you. And you can go out here. And there's a bottle over here. I keep trying to say brick, but it's a bottle over here. What I'm gonna do is throw it in there. And then we just have the lion. Alright, now I want to see what the heck this thing is, because I do not know what it is. What is this? Spider? Oh, it's a sloth. Oh. Okay, I never knew what the heck this was. I mean, it's a kind of a weird looking sloth, but... Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna load back to the beginning of this area. So we're gonna try this again, but this time we have different objectives, of course. I want to get out of here in a certain amount of time. I think it's 3 minutes or something. And I usually do certain things just because it works. Unless you mess up, it makes too much noise. I don't know why I throw the brick there. I probably don't need to, but I usually do. Come on, just a little bit. Thank you. And then I come over and get... that. Yeah, the board. That usually comes around here and breaks through as usual. Unless you make enough noise where he comes over to you instead. Sorry. Alright, well, that could get smoother, but hopefully we'll be able to make it. We'll find out once we get over this thing. I mean, not this, but up ahead. Oh, I don't need that. I'm trying to click it multiple times. I don't need it. And it gets a little noisy here for some reason, so. If I messed it up, then I'm not surprised, but hopefully I made it. There we go. Okay, the camp can't be far. Just keep going. Jump from the window. And a new diary, but I'm not going to worry about those. And say if you're playing that and you want to read them, you can, of course. Just takes a lot of time to read all those sometimes. All right, here we made it. me check. Oh, I can't check, but I'm pretty sure we got everything. And that's where we're going, to the Adventure Keep. You are here. And we're going there. I guess we're gonna follow the tracks or something. And that was the forest. And then we're gonna go back to the first day and have a little flashback of how it all started. But this episode is done, so that'll have to be next time. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. If it helped, let me know. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Take care and peace out.